What's up, guys? As you know, I'm not in my kitchen, obviously, so new scenery for you. I'm in my room. I was actually making this video that you're about to watch. Luckily, none of the cooking and the steps were messed up, but my introduction video did get messed up, so I'll just go ahead and make a new introduction. This video I'm making is for minestrone soup, which is an awesome recipe. It's very easy. It actually has a good number of ingredients, so there's some prep work involved. I want to go ahead and get into the actual video so you can see that, but sorry for not giving you something better to look at. I mean, I guess that's kind of an insult to myself. All right. Is that Millie at the door? Wow, what a creep. Just like breathing through the door, my God. Millie. The Hunger Games, nailed it. All right, let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Okay, so let's go over your ingredients. So what you're gonna need is 1 medium yellow onion diced, and then 3 stalks of celery also diced. 1 head of broccoli, so I went ahead and cut all the florets up. The smaller the pieces, the better in my opinion. Cook a little faster, and then also you don't have these huge pieces of broccoli that you're trying to fit onto your spoon. Green beans, so this is just a small handful of green beans that I got that were fresh, and I went ahead and trimmed them and then cut them into about 1 to 2 inch pieces. And then 3 carrots, and I went ahead and finely sliced them. Next, you're going to need canned tomatoes. Now, you can use chopped tomatoes, fresh, or you can use canned. I use 3 cups of chopped tomatoes, and I like this particular version of Glen, Meyer Glen. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It's organic, they're crushed tomatoes, and they're fire roasted, and it gives a really nice kind of extra depth of flavor to the soup itself. You're also going to need 1 can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. You're also going to want a can of low sodium kidney beans, a can of Great Northern beans. This is really good because we use it as our base to kind of thicken up the soup base, and it works really, really well. So go ahead and get a can of that. You're going to need some balsamic vinegar, a little bit of pasta. I just used this whole wheat organic elbow macaroni, works great. All right, so you're gonna need 1 bay leaf, some oregano, dried basil, and dried parsley. Now you can use fresh if you'd like. The ratio I always stick to when you're using fresh versus dried is 1 tablespoon of fresh is the same as 1 teaspoon of dried. If you put a tablespoon of dried instead of fresh, that's all you're gonna taste. It's gonna bomb your soup, and it's gonna be pretty bad, so don't do that. Teaspoon of dried, tablespoon of fresh. And then of course salt and pepper. Last thing is vegetable broth. Now, I usually make my own vegetable broth from scratch. I actually have a lot of it frozen in my freezer back here, but I have this left over and I want to use it before it goes bad. As far as for the recipe, you're gonna need 5 cups of veggie stock. Okay, let's get cooking. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and put in our celery and onion. And we're basically gonna cook these down for 5-6 minutes until they get nice and soft. Okay, you're gonna add in your can of Great Northern beans. I just rinsed them, and you're gonna wanna mash about half of them with your spatula. What this is gonna do, you can use a potato masher if you want, but what this is gonna do is thicken up the base of the soup. It works really well. Okay, go ahead and add in your tomatoes. Also go ahead and put in your vegetables. Also gonna add in our veggie stock. Okay. Chickpeas, kidney beans, and then we're gonna put in our spices. Our 1 tablespoon of balsamic. Don't forget your bay leaf. I'm gonna put 2 just because it's a big batch. Usually just 1 to do. And last I put about a handful pasta. Okay, so bring it to a boil, then reduce to a simmer and go ahead and cook it for 30 minutes. And we'll come back and check up on this. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool down a bit, give it a taste, and then season if necessary. It's pretty easy. Like I said, most of your work for this soup is in the prepping. Once you're done with that, it's as simple as putting everything in together and then enjoying it. So, all right, so there we go. Easy, simple, and I promise, delicious. You gotta try this out. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited to share this recipe with you. Like I said, it's one of my wife's favorites, and I make it often because it's just one of those things that no matter what time of year, no matter how the weather is, it's just an amazing soup to eat all year round. So I'll be kicking off my summer with this minestrone soup. I have a Vino Verde here, which is an amazing wine. I definitely recommend you guys try it out, but let's go ahead and give this a taste. So good. I swear, using those fire roasted tomatoes really gives it a different kind of feel, and the balsamic vinegar, it just gives it a lift. So if you guys can, give it a day after you let it cool down, throw it in the fridge. Giving it that extra 24 hours to just let the flavors marry actually gives it a much better flavor. I always like this soup on the second day, but right off the stove, it tastes amazing. Thanks again for watching Take My Veganity. Let me know if there's anything you guys have any questions about, what you want to see, and I hope that you continue to check out my videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you for the watch. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. You don't know me like that yet. You can't handle bass, then don't come to my set. Oh, I'll make you numb another winner, know it. You know I got all the right junk in all the right places. I won't make you break your neck. Boy, don't fuck with me, you know I'm a high threat. I made it in Toronto, but they're singing in Tibet. I wish that my feet would stay down sometime. What a weirdo.